What would you say if the music box played yesterday again? The candy shop was exactly as I remembered. Walls lined with tall glass jars filled with sweets of every color and shape. The air thick with the scent of caramel and vanilla, punctuated by the faint crackle of old music playing softly on the shop's dusty radio. I wandered in, not really thinking, just needing a moment to escape the heaviness that had settled on me these past years. Something about this place, perhaps. Near the counter, something unexpected caught my eye. A small wooden music box tucked between jars of sour candies. Its paint was faded and chipped, the lid decorated with dainty roses. I hadn't noticed it before. On impulse, I wound the crank carefully. The first note spilled out. Thin, crystalline. A fragile melody that seemed to hang in the air like a secret. As the music played, the shop around me shimmered. Colors bled softly. Light thickened. Then I blinked. And there she was. Emmy. My sister, 9 years old. Radiant and full of the unburdened wonder of childhood. And I was 14 again. Seeing Emmy like that overwhelmed me. Tears slipped down my cheeks, silent and hot, as I watched her chase sunlight and laugh with the careless joy I remembered. We wandered through the harbor town, the salty breeze teasing her hair, the afternoon sun warming our backs. The air was thick with the scent of wildflowers and the faint murmur of the sea. She told me stories, bright, innocent tales I hadn't heard in years. I shared memories I'd buried deep, and we held a silent conversation the way only sisters can. We sat on the worn wooden dock, swinging our legs over the water, the sunlight glittering on the waves below. Emmy's small hand fit perfectly in mine, a lifeline to a past I thought forever lost. Every detail felt precious, the softness of her breath, the sparkle in her eyes, the way she smiled without a worry. I wanted to freeze the moment, but simply held her close, wishing to remember everything before it slipped away. When dusk painted the sky in pinks and golds, Emmy squeezed my hand softly and smiled. Promise me, I whispered, that this day will never end. She nodded, unaware of what was soon to come, a tomorrow I had dreaded ever since. I woke with a sudden start, the warm glow of the candy shop dissolving into soft shadows and silence. For a moment I lay still, caught between worlds, the memory of my day with Emmy so vivid it ached, and the quiet, familiar weight of the present. Tears welled up, blurring my vision as reality came rushing in, her laughter, the comfort of her hand in mine, the perfect innocence of that day. And then a deeper ache surfaced, sharper than before. A few days after that memory, Emmy had an accident. A simple afternoon turned to disaster in a heartbeat. Since then, she has lain in her bed, unmoving, her child had paused behind a barrier and no one could cross. That fragile melody of the music box was more than a song. It was a thread connecting me to her, to the day before everything changed, to the sister I'd always miss but never lose. I pressed my face into my hands, letting the sobs come, harsh and sweet and long overdue. But as my breathing slowed, gratitude bloomed in the grief. A single day with Emmy as she was, a gift I had stopped believing was possible. I went home quietly. I walked into Emmy's room and sat by her bedside, the light spilling through the curtains and slanted bars across the quiet. She was there, as always, so still and peaceful. Her hair, a little longer now, was brushed neatly around her face. Machines hummed softly in the sun-filled silence. I reached out and held her hand, smaller than mine, but warm. For a moment, I let myself believe she could feel it, that our hearts were joined as sisters, as they had been on the dock that forgotten day. Leaning close, I whispered, "One day, Emmy, we'll spend a day just like that again. I'll tell you all the things we never got to finish." I promise, outside, the world went on, unknowing. But in that quiet room, I held on to the sweetness of hope, and the music box's memory lingered, thin, fragile, everlasting.